third time. I don't know if I can't. I probably can't send a share a song or whatever, copyright or something. But restream muted my entire video. But that's okay. I'm doing it again for the third time. I was riding. Now I'm at home, and I know ain't nobody mad but the devil about this because this is the type of stuff that people don't want to hear about. They don't want you to talk about. But I got to tell you today because God laid it on my heart. That's about our young women. I'm talking about all these celebrities, these female celebrities that's influencing our little girls to be prostitutes and to sell and advertise their body. Come on, young women, I need to tell you today that you are a high commodity. You are a high commodity. You're worth so much. See, a high commodity is someone or something that is highly valued or in much demand. You see what I'm saying? So you're highly valued and you don't even know it. See, you may have didn't have nobody to tell you that. Like I grew up, my mother passed away when I was only about 11 or 12 years old from breast cancer. Then I went to stay with my dad. When I went to stay with my father, all he kept saying was, "You don't get pregnant at an early age and stay away from them boys." But he really didn't break it down to me that I was a high commodity. And see, because of the things that's going on in the world around you, because of maybe how your mother act, how your grandmother act, you don't have the proper teachings on how to be a lady. See, you think that by getting your nails done and having on those lashes and looking a certain look, that defines your worth. But that does not define your worth. So I'm here to tell you today that when you look for a man as you get older, and if you're old enough, you don't look for a man based off of how he looks at you on your outer appearance, but you look for someone that's looking at what's on the inside of you, your mind, your perspective, your way of doing things, your corny jokes, your corny and cheesy laughter. You know, like for me, for instance, I'm not looking for somebody to look at me and say, "Wow, you got a nice shape. Look at you." Is that all that I am worth? You know what I'm saying? No, I have a mind. I'm smart. I love hard. I like helping people. I have great ideas. I'm positive. You know, I bring positivity to any negative atmosphere. I love God. I have a special love for God. I love, just helping people, inspiring people, upbuilding people. I love doing things the right way. You understand me? And every time when you ask my opinion, I'm not going to always give you the negative, but I'm going to find a positive inside of every negative. I'm gonna be that devil's advocate to give you the opposite viewpoint. Well, maybe it's not the way you were thinking, feeling. And what I'm telling you today is that some of these celebrities have left a very bad taste in my mouth. Cardi B to start. I do not want my girls listening to Cardi B. Cardi B has made it to seem okay to be a whore, a prostitute, a slut. It's teaching our young women that it's okay to twerk and shake your behind, and that's what you need to do. But that is not cute. That is not cute at all. And I know a lot of times my own husband will get on my daughters and they'll get their behind beat for doing that because that is not the way that you attract a man. If you got to be all over social media showing your body, showing being half naked just for you to get some attention, there's something wrong with that. And at the same token, they're not looking at you for what you possess on the inside, but they're just looking at you for what's on the outside. And at that point, that's the thing. I want somebody to look at me for what I possess on the inside, not the outside. That's a complete turn off to me if you just be like, girl, you look good. Look at you. Look at your shape. No, what about what I possess on the inside? The good things, my ideas, my mind. Well, I like your personality. I like the characteristics that you have. You're so humble. You're so nice. You're so kind-hearted. You'll help anybody. You understand. You don't mind taking the time out to encourage someone. What about what I possess on the inside? See, that's what's happened. The music industry today has really it's really influencing our youth. It's influencing our youth to be prostitutes, to be whores, to be homosexuals. This stuff is coming from the music. It's even influencing them to kill, steal, and hurt others. So I'm speaking to Cardi B. I don't know many of them because I don't listen to many of them, but you know who you are. You know all the ones out there that our youth are listening to, being influenced by, thinking it's cool and okay to be a hoe, to flaunt their body. Come on. It's not okay. and you should want somebody to love you and like you for what you possess on the inside. See, you can have a nice banging body on the outside, but be dumb as a box of rocks on the inside. What about the inside? So I'm talking to our youth today. Maybe you didn't have nobody to tell you about this. Maybe it's because your mother, your grandmother's doing the same thing, trying to chase down the man, trying to keep up with the man, and basing it off of their looks, off of the outer. I got to get my nails, I got to have these lashes on and just right. But what about just plain old you? I need somebody to love me for me. See, when I met my husband, I was an alcoholic. I was drinking all the time. I didn't care about how I looked it on the outer. And I sometimes scratch my head and wonder how in the world could somebody want me? It's because of what I possessed on the inside was more valuable than what was on the outside. That's what I looked for. See, when you know better, you do better. When I was younger, around 16, I think I lost my virginity when I was 16. Even though my daddy tried to keep me away from, he tried to keep me away from the boys, but I still ran to the boys. And sometimes it was grown men that was sleeping with these 16 and 17-year-old girls. And I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better. And once I learned, I am a high commodity. I am a high commodity. I'm worth more than silk. Come on. God says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You got to talk to these young women and tell them you are a high commodity and somebody is going to love you for you, not for what you look like on the outside, not because you get your nails done every week, not because you got on the tightest skin tight leggings and it's showing your shape, but somebody's going to love you for you. So, yes, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, there's the ones that's influencing our young women to be these things that make them less than what they are. And it's left a bad taste in my mouth. You understand? And if you have any daughters, it should leave a bad taste in yours too. There's nothing funny about a child wanting to go out here and sell their body, advertise their body, be a prostitute, be a whore. There's nothing funny about that. You tell your daughters you are a high commodity. You tell them that you're worth more than silver or gold. Don't let a man define who you are based off of how you look on the outside. But make sure that they liking you for what's on the inside of you, your mind, your perspective, your way of thinking, acting, how you go about doing things. You understand? The stuff that's in the inside matters. So yeah, somebody get the message to Cardi B and all those other women in the industry that is influencing our youth. I know they have to have daughters. What do you think your daughters are gonna think? You're not sitting around here wanting your daughters to be prostitutes and whores and whatever else of them other types of names. I don't want my daughters to do that. I want them to know that they're a high commodity. And that when a man comes to seek after them, pay attention. It ain't about what I look like on the outside. Yeah, I want to get a compliment. Who doesn't like to be complimented? You know how you be on your page and you get a whole 100 and 200 likes, and that's fine and well. You understand? But what about what's on the inside of you? That's what counts. We must teach our young women to value themselves more than what they have, than what they've been told. Maybe somebody didn't tell you because they busy trying to chase and keep up with what a man or what men think too. But I don't need your approval. I don't need your like. I don't need your love. You understand? Because I know who I am in God, man. I have so many wonderful qualities. God has made me to be the person I am. That can't nobody match it. You understand what I'm saying? I got the peacefulness and the humbleness spirit that you ever want to have. I got the kindest heart. I love God. I believe in doing things the right way. It's like I thank God for my granddaddy, who is now, he passed away in 2017. I thank God for my mom. And a mixture of these things, a little bit of my dad, they instill me to be the way that I am today. You know, I don't have a deceitful or grimy heart. I ain't sitting around deceiving people and trying to just get over on them, manipulate them. I'm not that type of person. We got some rude and shrewd people in the world today, and I'm telling you, Cardi B has left a bad taste in my mouth. And any other celebrity that's sitting around here making this music, influencing our youth. Our youth is going to be the generation to come. Huh? And we need to teach them that that's not okay. That's not okay to be that way. It's not okay to be a whore. It's not okay to sleep with this person and that person. Come on, and when you know better, you do better. You're better than that. You're thinking you gotta do it to be accepted in society, that you gotta sleep with this person and that person because that's the only way you're gonna be liked. But guess what? You still ain't gonna be liked anyway. They're just gonna talk about you worse than they was talking about you before. And I'm here to tell you because I know. Because I done sat around and hear men talking about women. They do it. That's what they do. They talk about you. After they done slept with you, before they sleep with you, they bait you up. You know, they might buy you a couple of items or whatever and tell you that you're beautiful. But once they sleep with you, they sitting around talking about you. I'm here to shed some light on this situation. You men don't want me to talk about it today, but I'm telling you, men sit around and talk about women, girls, whatever it was that they done slept with. They talk about all the ins and outs of it, what happened, what it was like, and all that good stuff. So know today that you're a high commodity. And don't and another thing, sending these pictures over the internet. You sending these pictures, a man or something tell you, hey, send me a pic. You sending these naked pictures, and guess what? That's just room for the next time when they get ready to exploit you. They just exploit you all over the internet, saying y'all want to see a pic of such and such, and all of a sudden you gave them the leverage to be able to exploit your body to the public because you're sending these pictures, you're sending these naked photos, pictures of your private area, and guess what? You think you can trust these men? They're not doing nothing but sitting back laughing at you. So know today that you are a high commodity. Don't let nobody put you in a position where you can be put down. Know your worth, yourself. And when you run across somebody and they say they like you, make sure they like you for who you are on the inside. It's the inside that counts. I need some substance. I don't know about nobody else. It's not always about the outer. And that's what the celebrity, that's what the music industry has made it to think. That it's about your outer. But come on, guys. Even though you might go and sleep with a hoe, or you might go and chase after somebody that's a prostitute or somebody that has a lot of men chasing after them. But come on, you don't want to settle down with one of those. You don't want to settle down with one of those people. See, when that's the reason why, and I'm talking to somebody, that's the reason why you keep getting in these relationships and you keep jumping from man to man. Because the man is just looking at your outer and he hadn't noticed anything about what's on the inside of you, if it's anything on the inside of you. And that's why you find yourself crying at night. That's why you're confused. That's why you can't understand why you can't stay in a relationship with someone. That's because you're jumping around from person to person trying to attract these men's attention, these married men that's in relationship. You just attracting all these men's attention. And yes, it's not your fault, but the pictures that you post up. And you're trying to get this attention, but what you need to do is seek this attention from God. God will give you all the attention you need. And then you won't find yourself hurting all the time and in these messed up relationships all the time because they're looking at your outer. And it's all because of the influences of these celebrities telling you you should do this and do that, and the things that really don't count. And a man ain't gonna tell you this. Not a man with some value is gonna tell you, but a man that just want to be out here doing any and everything, they're not gonna tell you this. They gonna fool you. They gonna make you think, oh, what you doing ain't nothing wrong with it. Everybody's doing it, but I'm here to tell you there's something wrong with it. And you're a high commodity. So don't allow these men to influence you. Don't look at your mama, your daddy, your aunts and let them influence you because they may not have a common sense of knowing that they're a high commodity. And it's been happening for so long in the world, in generations, that all of a sudden it's accepted that if you go and shake your behind in front of somebody and you twerking, and people is thinking it's funny when they see little kids doing it. No, it's not funny. Tear their behind up and let them know that's not the way. You're not gonna do that. No, but somebody's gonna value you and know that you're a high commodity, and that they can't just do anything to you. You should hear the things that these men talk about. I'm just telling you, I got to put it out there that you a comrade, that I've done heard all sorts of things about people. You know what I'm saying? And me being on the other end, just hearing the conversation from men. You a comrade. You ain't nothing, but when they get around you, you're everything. But when they not around you, you ain't nothing. You stink, you nasty, your house nasty, you don't take care of your kids. I done heard all types of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So value yourself more than that. I'm talking to somebody out there today. Value your body more than that. And look for somebody that's going to find some substance in you, not just on the outer. See, these men, they lusting with their eyes. They telling you what you want. They hear, they buying you what you want, and you think you got it like that. But I'm here to tell you, they talking about you. I'm here to tell you, you following after these celebrities, Cardi B and whoever else. It's that's not what it is. I don't know what Cardi B. You don't know what Cardi B had to do to get into the the industry and get into the state that she's in now. She's making money, but you don't know what she had to do. Look at how she got to degrade herself, and that's not what it is. That I would never. And when you know better, you do better. And if she has any kids, she ought to know better. Some things are worth more than money, and guess what? You're worth more than money. You're a high commodity. You're worth more than making millions of dollars. You're worth more than selling yourself short just for 1,000 likes on a pic. You're worth more. I don't care if the man tries to tell you after. Have you noticed? Have you noticed that when you're around a man or whatever, and you don't do what they want you to do, they get to calling you all types of names, and now all of a sudden you was everything, and now you ain't nothing but a whore, a slut, a stanky, and whatever, because you didn't do what they wanted you to do. You see what I'm saying? And that's the trick of the enemy. I'm here to tell some young woman today, value yourself and know that you're worth more. Make a person look inside you and see what's in you. Huh? And when they have something to say about you, out of them tee and just melt like a chocolate bar, but they just be like, uh-huh. But what about my mind? Did you just see the ideas I just gave to you? You understand? Did you just see the accomplishments I just did? Huh? Did you just see me? Do you see what I'm doing in society? Do you see how I'm making a difference in the world? Do you see how I'm praying and just helping others? Do you see how I'm giving advice? Do you see how I'm letting my light shine? Huh? Do you see how I'm taking care of my kids? Do you see how I value myself, how I carry myself in an upright position? Are you just looking at my body? Huh? Are you just looking at the outer me? It ain't about if I can twerk and dance, because I can't do those things. And if I could do it, I wouldn't do it. Because that's not what you're going to like me for. You're going to like me for me. And that's just the way I am. That's the way Patricia does, because you got to like me for me, how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Patricia don't get her nails done. Look at her nails. Patricia don't get her nails done every day. Patricia don't wear lashes. You understand? I do things, my allergies. But more power to you to do. And if you pamper yourself and you want to get your nails done and it makes you feel good about yourself, that's good. But don't do it for a man. Don't do it because a man said if you don't have these things, I won't like you. Come on. Like me for me. When I don't have no makeup on, when I ain't wearing no whole bunch of jewelry or have my nails done, when I don't got no lashes on, you got to like me for me. And that's what I'm coming with. So just know right now, you're a young woman, you are a high commodity. Anybody that knows Cardi B, tell her that I said it's a disgrace to our young women, and to cut it out, you are putting a bad taste in my mouth, and it ought to be a bad taste in a couple of you other people's mouths. I don't even listen to her, and when I catch my kids listening to her, they got to turn it off. Now I can't moderate their every move because I'm not around them all the time, but I'm telling you, it's left a bad taste in my mouth, and it's making our women, our young girls, think it's okay to do these things, and we got to teach them that it's not. You're a high commodity. Know who you are in God, and make a man, once you get old enough to date, make a man like you for who you are. So you got to like me for my corny jokes. I got some cheesy and corny jokes that I bring every once in a while. You got to like me for me. That's it, nothing else, just me, who I am. And then maybe one day I dress up or whatever. Every once in a while I keep it cute. But on the flip side, you got to like I got some substance in me, a whole bunch, and you got to know today that you got some substance in you, and you worth more than what a man or what these men and what these people that's liking your posts and your picture says you are, because that's just social media. What about in real life? So dry your eyes today and know that if you're one of those people, even though you look good on the outside, but you still can't find no peace, you can't find no rest. Yeah, people like you, but do they really like you? You ain't really got nobody on your team because they just like you for what they see. But what about the stuff? They might just help you because of what they see. They might just make contact with you because of what they see, but not because of the substance that's inside of you. You are a high commodity. Share this. Share this. Women all over, share this. I know some of you not gonna like me and not gonna like it because you're the ones that's doing it. But I'm telling you, if you think anything of yourself and you ought to value yourself, then you don't have to flaunt yourself to social media. You don't have to send no naked pictures to a man just to validate who you are. You don't have to have on nails and eyelashes just to validate and makeup just to validate who you are. But who you are, who God says you are. And that's my message for today. Thank you to my Facebook family that has tuned in, that has supported me, that has been there every step of the way. I love you guys dearly. And I want you to know that I have a YouTube channel, Better Than Blessed Chronicles, without that second E in blessed. You can see it right here. Go to my channel and subscribe so you can stay tuned. What I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to break this thing down because some people don't believe. See, parents, you might not listen to Cardi B and you might not know what it's about. Because I've never listened to it. I've listened to it a few times enough just because I've been around people that's played it, but it's left a bad taste in my mouth. And I know it's the going thing nowadays, but it's making our young women think it's okay to sell their bodies, to sleep with this person and that person, to be in competition with this woman and that woman, taking people's husbands and boyfriends, whatever you want to call it, and that's beginning to be the norm, and it's not the norm. It's not right. All right, so y'all be blessed. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. My YouTube subscribers, thank you for your support. My Facebook family and friends, go to Better Than Blessed Chronicles and subscribe so you can stay tuned. Because the only reason I'm gonna listen to these songs, I'm gonna look at the lyrics to it, is so I can break it down to you why it's a bad influence. And I'm gonna start shedding some light on these things that come into play and let you know why this is not what you want your youth to be listening to. This is not, we have to teach them better than what the world is teaching them. All right, so y'all be blessed. Take care and tune in again so you can learn more about this wicked and crooked world that we're living in, how it's influencing our youth to be opposite from what God wants them to be. Come on, this influence is heavy and strong. This all in it's what their friends is doing, so they don't want to do it. But we got to teach them to be different. Young women, you are a high commodity. You are highly valued, and don't let nobody else define your value. The only person you let define your value is Jesus. All right, so y'all take care. Have a great, blessed Tuesday. And look, you're not gonna like me, but I'm just telling you the truth. And the men don't want me to tell you this, but I'm just telling you what the truth is. Y'all be blessed.